distinguished.
Hi there. Welcome to February 2018 and our show about ships, about friendships, about relationships, about love, interior, and all that good thing that we do so well in Guild Wars 2. We're celebrating friendships and relationships, and I want you to think about going to the website and getting some information about it. There's even a really cool giveaway with fantastic prizes, so check that out. And right now, I'd like to introduce you to this month's guest. This is Evan Teicheira, and Evan, I think I just said your name wrong. Well, it's close enough, huh?
It's okay.
Okay.
Any people from Portugal out there will know how to say it. It's Teicheira.
Teicheira,
Yeah,
there we go.
It flows off the tongue.
Now that we've gotten that out of the way,
Yep.
Tell folks about yourself.
So I am the CS CRM lead here at ArenaNet. I do a little bit less with tickets, but do basically a lot of community work kind of behind the scenes. So working on things like the knowledge base and that sort of thing.
I like our knowledge base a lot. I love the fact that somebody, at 3 in the morning can go in and go, I don't know, the answer to this question that I have, I think I'll go look it up. And it's nice that we're plumping that up and getting it up to date. And
yeah, it's absolutely my goal to help people as much as possible so they can help themselves.
That's awesome. Yeah, self-help.
Right, exactly.
That's a great thing. Well, let's get into the art because I can't wait for you to see this.
Art
so
time.
many fantastic pieces. Oh my gosh. And here's the first one. This is H.L. Martin, the artist, wrote, "Warning, mushy stuff ahead. Happy Valentine's Day, all, and happy anniversary to my fiancé. This is my guardian, Sebastian Gates, with my fiancé's thief, Azure Blackwind. I was originally going to wax poetic about how we met and our love story, but we found out that my hard drive was about ready to crash, and it corrupted part of this image, so the love story is about how it was saved by my fiancé." I think that's great. I mean, techie love.
Yeah, seriously, that is the best kind of love. The people who save your artwork. But
yeah.
And definitely, we talk about the thief there, but I really like the guardian there too. That's going for a profession for my heart.
I agree with you. I think they're both beautiful. I love the facial expression, the little speech bubbles. Everything about it is just so charming. It's really beautiful. True love. Yes, indeed. The second piece is a pair of friends called Madea and Stout. This is by Marie Jacqueline, and she captioned this, "Take your boots off and stay a while." It looks like a great friendship to me.
Great friendship. I mean, I love the ice cream aspect of it. I wonder which culture do you think would have the best ice cream?
Well, I have to think that the char and the Asura together would probably create we talked about this, about some kind of a mechanism for...
Some sort of amazing ice cream golem or...
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
Char-fueled ice cream truck.
That's great. I could just see it in Black Citadel, an ice cream stand with little Asura there. Oh, it'd be adorable.
Amazing.
Yeah. This is by Pink Out Bananas, and these are creations of Valentine's cards that they made last year. I particularly love them, and you can find them all by searching the artist name or just do #Valentine on our Tumblr page. I confess I had to include the one about outrunning a centaur. I just had to include it. It's one of my favorites.
That will forever mean love in Guild Wars.
Yeah. Chocolates, flowers, blooms. So pretty.
Yep. I definitely like the Azura theme on the top one especially because, again, with the Guardians, Azura are close to my heart.
Yes. This is Rena and Texas by Ratanika. I adore this image. I just love this image. I love everything about it. Yeah. Particularly, I guess, the facial expression, the young lady with the one eye kind of looking to see how her little guy's doing. And, of course, the liberal use of lavender.
Right. Completely behind that as well. I mean, I love how detailed the characters themselves are. Like, you can tell what kind of armor they're actually wearing from the game.
You can.
It's really cool.
Beautiful, beautiful work. Priest of Dwayna created this image of their player character. This is Julian Coe, and as it turns out, this character was created on Valentine's Day a couple of years ago, so he's celebrating his birthday, I guess would be clear enough, creation day, on Valentine's Day. I think it's darling with the little roses.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite gizmos in the game, when you could actually make the roses and throw them at people and do the rose bed, pull off the Hasselhoff pose. Like, perfect. I mean, it's a blue-eyed character, so again, another one for my heart.
It's darling, darling. Love the outfit, too. So pretty. Chizepticon wishes everyone a happy Valentine's Day. And I chose this one because there's just something about Quaggan and hearts and Valentine's Day and all of that. And I kind of like pink. And, and he's just beautiful, or she is just beautiful.
The Quaggan are definitely going to get people.
But you feel a little differently about Quaggan than I do.
You know what? I think Quaggan lovers out there are going to absolutely love this, but I'm not a fan of the Quaggans. I am totally Team Choya. So
as we have here.
Yeah, I mean,
yes.
This boy is more in my court. So
I love the Choya, but I do have a soft spot in my heart for the Choya.
As so many people do, but I mean, if you're going to get bit by a vampire, Choya vampire, that's the way to go.
Okay. Okay, I cheated on this one. I'll confess it. With no apology, though. This was actually created by Keska as a Christmas commission. The little Asura archer looked so much like Cupid.
Yeah.
I had to include this in this show just because it made me think, with the colors, the pose, everything about it, it just made me think of Valentine's Day too. So I like it very much.
It's really quite amazing. Like you get so much from the picture. Like I can see it looks like she's a thief that's actually dodging backwards from the short bow. And the short bow being the legendary, the tiger legendary, it looks like.
Now she could be a ranger and she has knockback, the self knockback on that.
Could
you know?
be. Something leaning backwards. But I feel the motion. I'm really feeling this one. I love it.
And this is CNC, the bow, the legendary,
Yeah,
right? You
yeah,
looked at it.
yeah.
I love
I
that.
recognized it, had to look it up still.
Love that one. So pretty. Anna Tagamachi created this image on commission in January of 2016 when the artist wrote, "Meet the whole gang. They're finally together." I love the faces. I love the personalities in this image.
Definitely. Like you really get the feel for all the characters that are there. And I really love the composition overall.
Yes, beautiful. Even the background, lovely background.
Absolutely.
Just the right amount of diffusion and so pretty, so pretty.
Love it.
You won't see this Valentine's Day card every day, but I'm going to credit Artist 7 for putting a different twist on the Valentine's Day card. If you can't read it, it says, "Come closer, Valentine. Quaggan wants to lick you." It's a little unusual, not your standard, but I think y'all understand.
Very Quaggan, I guess. Again, Team Choya.
Okay. But it's cute, and the lettering and everything is so charming.
Definitely,
Yep.
Poobadoo needs love too.
They're good. I'm glad you said that. Although Drubert is driving everybody crazy during the festival,
we're not
asking
gonna talk
for
about
more
Drubert.
donations.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Zalaj created this. It's another player commission of an icy guardian Reyna and a fiery elementalist Sin. It was created for a player named Jay Stormblade, and I really like the contrast.
I really do. I mean, I think we talked about this a little while. I get a real Song of Ice and Fire vibe in a more literal sense. So I can see this being pretty awesome in a lot of ways.
Evan, the truth is you said it looked like Frozen.
Okay,
Come on.
okay. I got some Frozen vibes from
Yeah.
at least half of it. But,
Yeah.
no,
But I think you've revised it to a more appropriate
I
thing. Yeah.
I kind of like I can swing the Game of Thrones way
Okay,
too. But
okay, all right. Deal.
but either way, amazing.
This restful image was created by Lim Lyris as part of a guild fan art competition. I love this. I love all the details.
Definitely.
The furry tail, the armor, the beautiful facial expression of both the female character and the Char character.
Sleeping, napping Char.
The horns, everything about this is just beautiful, and except that it makes me want to take a cat nap.
Oh.
Okay, good. Go
Okay,
ahead.
we're done.
Yeah.
Amazing piece, though. Reminds me of spring, especially in the Seattle area. Just all the greens and how nice and cozy it feels. So
That's something that I loved about this was looking from the forefront through to the back. The depth of detail is
definitely
incredible.
Like, all around amazing composition.
Yeah, lovely, lovely work. Thank you for sharing that with us. These two friendly sorts share a convivial moment enjoying the beverage of their choice. It appears they may have taken that consume all option a little too literally.
They're having fun with the drinks. But this again, I want to put this out there. Which city has the best tavern?
Well, I said Lion's Arch. You said the pirates were too sketchy. So what do you think?
I mean, the pirates are probably going to cause some trouble. I think Black Citadel has to be just a riot.
Oh, but what about Hullbreak?
Holbrook, yeah, okay. They're kind of known for that, I
They're
guess.
known for
it's
the
not bad.
ale consumption.
It leads right into a keg brawl.
It's perfect. I love it. I love it. Meet Gaffy by Major Tech Cat. This is a real fun one. When you have a chance, if you watch the show again or if you go on our Tumblr page and find this piece, there are 15 hearts and partial hearts hidden throughout this image. So you'll see the one that Gaffy is holding, but there are many more hidden, large and small.
I admit that I was looking through this and counting myself, and I couldn't find 15. But
Yeah.
there's definitely some really creative ones hidden in there.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, very well done. This is Faye and Dillian. The artist, Faye Souffle, writes, "This is Faye and my new Savari, Dillian. I love her so much. I like this. It's
I love it.
charming.
The expressions are just amazing.
They are perfect. They're
There's
utterly-
definitely the feel there, and then there's I don't know if it's the Silvari feeling of really trying to understand love in February and all that. Maybe
you
that's
see
it.
the kind of startled look on
Yeah,
the one
yeah,
face
yeah.
a little bit. Well, I don't know.
Surprise attack.
It's beautiful.
But it's quaint. It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah. This is really cool. Skydus Art created this especially for CSL. I'm so pleased that you did that, Skydus. Thank you so
Yay.
much. It represents their first venture into full digital painting, and they credit 2 members of the DeviantArt community with helping them and working them through the completion of this image. Things like lighting, I think color choices, background selections, and more. Isn't that neat?
It's always great when the artistic community really supports others, and especially trying out new mediums. Like, all the credit to them. It leads to some amazing art.
It does. It
Yeah.
does. It's a great thing.
Very well done. Good first effort.
Yeah, indeed. This is Jinx and Corey by Floral Necromancer, who says about them, "This is the cutest couple on stage you'll ever see. Their odd height difference makes them even cuter."
I mean, Azura, all the love for the Azura.
Yeah, I was going to say that I didn't go into this show and the curating of the art and making the selections with any particular race in mind. And it wasn't until Evan was sitting here kind of getting a little chuffed about the fact that so many Asura were being featured. I think that people naturally maybe think of Asura when they think of, well, not love.
No,
Come on,
totally
they're
love.
not
Totally
loving.
Oh, absolutely. First thing you think of, what is the first thing you think of? Love.
Well, yeah,
Right,
I mean,
of
yes,
course.
from Snape on down, right? Yeah,
Right, exactly.
Sure, Snape. Yeah, sure thing.
But no, I mean, happy little accidents, right?
Yes.
That's the artistic world.
Yes.
So we're good
Well,
to go.
I wanted to say I assuredly did not go into this show thinking it was going to be all about Asuras. But
Oh,
here's one by Pastoral Mordrum Pup, and it's a card. And the full title is "I'm Falling for You. Please Catch Me." Isn't that cute?
another Azura. But with gliders and griffins, that's going to be a lot easier now, right?
Oh, it is. Yeah.
That's not so bad.
Soft landings too.
A nice soft float down to your loved ones.
Cheerful little face here, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I love the colors. It's so pretty. This is Bremy Chen's. They capture a moment when their mesmer Lil Kiri, a real sweetheart, gave a flower to her boyfriend's guardian, Blanksy.
Awesome. Again, Guardian, right from my heart. Like, you've got the Great Sword, which is the Guardian weapon, but I'm thinking the rose might be the South Sun Rose, if that's it. The old back piece.
Yes.
It works really well on Silvari. Amazingly.
And they are just, I love the simplicity of this. It's just
Absolutely.
beautiful.
It's
so
just
pretty.
elegant in a very amazing way.
Yeah.
I can get behind Silvari, too. They're pretty cool.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
They are very different and lovely. Mollusk King gave this piece of art as a birthday present for What Else Universe when they celebrated their 18th birthday. What fun they're having.
Nice.
What a
fun.
great friendship right there,
Absolutely.
huh?
Like, you can absolutely see the happiness there. It's so perfect for this month.
It is. And the hearts and that, they're just goofy and great and having fun. It almost
That's
looks
the
like
way
a
to
selfie.
do it. Yeah, it really does. Like, Tyria's selfies. I really want that to be a thing now.
Yeah, super cute. Super
Except
cute.
if you're a ranger, the bear's going to jump in front of the camera. So I know that's pretty much a well-known thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. It's, yeah, sure, right.
As a ranger, you know.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. Artist Hamai shared, a real-life friend requested me to draw her hugging her Char character. I finally have been able to give it to her today, and she had such a smile on her face when she saw it. I never thought of this concept, and I love it.
This is such a cool concept. The idea of how your relationship with your character. Like, it is so natural to us. We jump into an MMO, we create a character, we dive in and we create the one that we want to play. But you really do build a relationship when you're playing it for 3 or 4 or 5 years.
You do indeed.
That's awesome.
You do indeed. It's just wonderful. This is just super sweet. I also love the background with a kind of a watercolor effect.
We were just talking about the difficulty of art and how watercolor is a special brand of witchcraft. So well done. Applause.
Well done. Yes, indeed. Casu Arts drew this lovely image of Canalia twirling in her flower gown, which is the perfect thing to do because she is really a big fan of wedding outfits.
Hey, we've got it in the game, but the question I asked is that pollen coming off her? Is she
No, it's flower petals, silly.
Okay.
I mean, pollen is a little, no, I think it's flower petals. Definitely. I'm going with flower petals right now.
Okay. I mean, could be the aura, but I guess Sylvari, it's all that earthy theme, so it works for me. It's good.
Okay. This is Scribes of Calamities, created for a player aptly named Sylvari Are Cool. You can find several images of the work in progress on our Tumblr page dated July 1st of 2016. It's so vibrant, the colors.
It really is.
What fun it is.
Yeah, and I really like the nature on nature theme. It's very Sylvari.
Yes, very, very nice.
Works.
Valentine's Day brings to mind thoughts of loving couples, and in the game there is nothing more iconic than Casimir and Marjorie and their wonderful relationship. And this moment, I'm gonna well up. This moment is so poignant and so beautifully captured by Chu Yang.
This was a really big beat in Season 2, like all the way back there when the Fort Salma instance, it looks like.
It is.
The Great Sword and the tendrils. That was a really big moment for the game, just story-wise.
And beautiful.
Yeah.
Just beautiful.
Very well done.
Artist The Book of Brea tells us that this is Brea and Vix sharing their first kiss way out in the Baguma jungle. It seems love can bloom anywhere, even on a battlefield.
I'm so glad people can get the poetry. That's an important part of February, is the romantic poetry. So,
it's true.
Again, Azura, straight from my heart. I think we put down this one, the armor details.
Yes, I love that
It
one.
is meticulous, and knowing artists, that's some of the hardest part to draw.
Yes.
Like armor, MMO armor.
Yes, indeed. They did a great job. Very, very nice. Artist Misfia celebrates player Break W's birthday and writes, "Happy birthday, my wonderful."
Yay.
I love this couple.
More Azura love.
Uh-huh.
The hairstyle calls to me, and definitely I think you mentioned the tassels or the cape hanging off.
Yes, I love the outfit.
Yeah.
Just I love the express. I just love it. I just love this image. But let's take a moment to do the 3 or 4 questions that I like to ask guests.
Okay.
Might as well aim right into this.
Sure.
Favorite profession? I think we all heard.
Guardian.
Yes,
Day zero. Like going all the way back before the launch of Guild Wars 2.
And we know your favorite race is the Asura.
Azura.
But what's your second?
I think it's got to be Sylvari. Like, they're very creative. They're a very Guild Wars race, really, above all else. I mean, I guess Char could be spoken to in that way, too.
They sure
but I think the Sylvari are a lot of fun, especially when you're designing them to really hit those very plant characteristics of them. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, that's good to know. Favorite boss? You struggle over this, I think.
Oh, this is a hard one because there's so many in the world. Dungeon bosses, raid bosses, fractal bosses.
I guess I'm thinking in the world, not dangers world.
I actually thought about this, and I got to give it to Mordramoth. Like, Mordramoth as an open world map, like having everybody come together, really drive down those lanes, and then have that big showdown at the end. It is so much fun. Just always a good time. I'll never regret being in Dragon's Stand when it's happening.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I think I would say my favorite is probably the Shatterer. After he was reworked, or it was reworked, I thought it was just such a good fight. And then, of course, the aerial components and the lobbing things off into the field. And I always just get such an incredible feeling of satisfaction with that battle. But The one that I think maybe is as close to my heart as the Shatterer is just the Shatterer is the Shadow Behemoth because, well, it's a good fight. It's early. You're like, oh my gosh, this game is amazing. And look at this guy, and he's huge. And then he dies, and his head pops off. That's the best.
That's pretty much the best.
That's the best.
I mean, it's great because, it's that early boss that everybody sees, especially coming out of the human town just right off the bat. So it's got that special place.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Go into that map and then say, has anybody not done this battle before? And then tell them, wait till the end, watch what happens, not going to spoil it. And then they're going to go, did I just see his head pop off?
Come to Godlaw Swamp.
Awesome.
It's time to do it.
Awesome. It's just great. Well, let's move on here to Meep Draws GW2.
More Azura.
Yes, I know. It's just like, oh my gosh, it's almost all about Azura today. They draw this group, which they call My Favorite Gremlins. And I looked at this image and I went, holy cow, I never really thought about it. But I think you and all folks who play a lot of Azura, I play some but not a lot, should be careful about the whole eating after midnight thing because look at those ears.
No eating raid foods after midnight.
Exactly.
No dropping
no fruitcake.
Trays of cherry tarts in Wolver's World after midnight.
Nope,
that could be good for a Wolver's World team, actually.
Ooh.
Just Azura army gone. That would be really powerful.
That would be pretty cool. Love this image. Love the colors and the coloration, the facial expressions. The guy in the front does not look real happy.
No, he's
looks
cool.
Like he's like,
he's cool. He just has to hold the camera.
That's it.
He's
the selfie
He's the
camera.
guy doing like this, so he's taking it very seriously
Is this in
right
the
now.
frame?
Right, exactly.
It's probably true. Talassa not only created a great image of Dimitri and Aaron, they wrote an absolutely darling story. I can't tell you how cute it is about this couple. Find it on our Tumblr page, dated March 17th of 2016, or you can search the artist's name. It is a great story, and it really enhances what I think is already a very nice image.
That's a very good picture. I like the flower ring as well. And I know I made a pun about that the other day. Flower ring, but you threatened to do worse, so we're gonna gravitate away from that and say the picture's amazing.
Yeah, it's well done. Yes, the jewelry is attractive.
The jewelry is attractive.
Cara Chunks calls this 5 years, and I noticed it at first when I saw 5 to be continued, and I wondered if perhaps they had numbered their pieces of art. But what I read is August 29th, 2017 was a very important date for me. Our wedding anniversary, 5 years. 5 years we are one family. 5 years we are one team. Despite the frequent distance between us, thanks to one game we're together.
Yay.
Is it strange? Yep, but I like it. What a sweet sentiment.
True friendships in Guild Wars,
I have chills. I love it.
That works.
Yeah.
And this is an amazing composition. I mean, for mostly focusing on blacks, grays, whites, like it
just
really,
a spot of color
works.
here and there.
It
It
works.
does. It's music. It's amazingly the depth of field and all the things and it's got bats. I mean, you put bats in an image, it goes up. It's a +10 to goodness.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well done, and congratulations on your anniversary. Many more.
Yeah.
The Raconteur shares an alien friend. From what we hear, now I have to do this story properly.
Okay.
Anelli picked up a criminal, friend and initiated him into the not Whisper's crew, not troubleshooters, initiated them into the apple selling business.
The clandestine business of apple selling.
Apple selling. Look at the shifty look on that face.
I mean, that's an apple seller you have to really think about. You really want that apple or not.
Yeah. I'm not sure just what it is you're selling, sir, but I'm not so, yeah.
I don't know. I'd say in Guild Wars especially, accept any deals you can get with apples because it's going to lead to something cool.
It's pretty cute.
I
just
love
really
the story
like
to
it.
do with it. Like it helps paint the picture even deeper than what's there, which is amazing.
I wouldn't have known, but now with that story, I know why those expressions are what they are.
I can dig it.
Great colors too. This portrait was created as a wedding gift by Yef for 2 friends who were getting married. The artist wrote, "We came to know each other through Guild Wars 2 about 4 years ago. I finally met them in person at their wedding over the weekend. It was a wonderful and slightly surreal experience. Love and friendship can grow in unexpected places.
Amazing. Yeah, again, another story of people who met in video games and connected and really grew to that point, and that's amazing. And again, Azura.
Azura and possibly the two wedding couple as progeny here?
I'd hope so.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
Beautiful image. Beautiful.
Amazing.
And to finish up, I wanted to share this. This is by Julietta. They created this as a real-world wedding day gift for their husband. And I think it's captivating. It's a beautiful image. And the fact that she presented it on the wedding day and that it now has a very large place of honor in their home, I think is extremely indicative of the relationships that we build, the friendships, the love that we establish. It's just such a beautiful thing, and this is such a beautiful image.
It's super fantastic, and I have to say, not only with just the amount of detail and a time put into the characters and that connection that they have, but including their mini pets in it too.
I know.
Like, how much are they a part of our friendships? Like those little Karka hatchet. What's your favorite mini pet?
Oh, well, the frog.
Oh, right. Well, okay.
One of the frogs would have to be my favorite, but I love the little kittens, and I love taking my kitten and my pet around the world, and then in my home instance, it's just cats galore.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah, I love it.
Minis on minis on minis.
Yeah,
but it's cool. It's very, very cool. It's a nice addition to the picture. Really fills it out.
Very sweet. And now I'm going to move on to some call-outs. Let's see. We have the group that created the beautiful Chimes Winter's Day magazine is starting their next project, their next chapter in their creative endeavors. I think that I asked you and you hadn't yet seen Chimes, but do stop by the marketing room because there is a copy there, and it was up at the front desk. Lots and lots of ArenaNet people got a chance to see it, and it's so beautiful. It's such a great production. Beautifully bound, wonderful art from many, many Guild Wars players, many artists around the world. Their next project is, ta-da, the Guild Wars 2 Tarot Club.
Yeah.
And they're going to make cards, and you can see on the forums, you can see the back of one of the cards. So it's spoiler alert, it has a little bit to do with World Complete and the emblem for that. But anyway, they're working on that, and I'd love you to go to the forums if you'd like to be a possible contributor. They have an opportunity through February 12th. Log into the forums, into the creative or the community creations section, and look for that post and consider whether you might want to contribute to this project. It looks like it's going to be really awesome. And the second thing I wanted to share is Festival is taking place. Festival is a fan event that's been going on for many years now. This one is happening in France on March 18th. They have so much fun together. I would love to go someday. It just looks fantastic. Online reservations are available at festival.eu. The event will take place in Paris, I have to share this, at the last pub before the end of the world. Cool?
It fits in the Guild Wars world.
That's awesome, awesome. So all of you going to Festival, I hope you have a wonderful time. We'd love to see pictures, share them where you can, and let us know about it because it's going to be a fun event. Speaking of forums and Tumblr, as I have, you can share your art on our forums if you host it on Tumblr, Imager, Instagram, or YouTube. You can also link to other places. Everything that you share, we greatly appreciate, and the forums are a fun place to do that. But we also have a very active and very vibrant Tumblr community. And if you want to submit art there, we ask that you use the hashtag GW2FanSubmission. That really helps us in ascertaining that we can feature your art perhaps on this show or on other places. Love the Tumblr community, and you guys keep on doing what you're doing because you're doing awesome stuff.
Amen to that.
All CSLs are archived on YouTube. I've mentioned this. I always search for the full name, Guild Wars 2 Community Showcase Live. You can get the index page, and that will take you to any show that you'd like to watch, whether it's one of our thematic shows like today's show about friendships and relationships, or whether it's the Halloween Festival show, or any of the other ones. I hope that you will check us out on YouTube at any time at your convenience. And I want to thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. I really enjoy the work that you do. I'm so glad you're here at ArenaNet, and it was a pleasure to have you here today.
Love to do it again.
Great. Our next show is going to be in April. And the guest is going to be Tracy West, who is an artist who created many of the wonderful vistas and maps and areas that you visit in Path of Fire. So that's kind of our official Crystal Desert or Path of Fire edition, and that will take place in April. We will let you know about that via social media, and we'll have a blog post in late March that might be able to give you the date. You'll also get it in the community creation subforum. We'll have those dates for you. But look for us in April. We're excited to show you the beautiful, beautiful art that is part of Path of Fire, part of Guild Wars as a whole. In the meantime, I'm just going to ask that you join us in April, and in the meantime, keep creating.
Thanks, guys.